The Roadhouse Pod is brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for you to get set up in the podcasting game if you've ever wanted to make podcasts, get together with friends, just talk some trash, literally do whatever you want. The answer to every one of those questions is really simple. It's just Anchor, download it. All your phones have downloadable apps. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, 100% free, baby.
For free?
Oh, yeah.
Not a single cent. Dude, I'm gonna remain dentless now.
It's so easy to use, though, and now Anchor can match you with any sponsor that's available to all the podcasts. That means you get advertised on your podcast and get paid every episode, baby. In fact, what do you think this is? This is an ad. Let's go. Let's start this shit. What's up, fuckers? Welcome to The Roadhouse, episode 3. I appreciate you guys listening. I'm grateful if it's 1 or 100 listeners. It's all Gucci, baby. What I want to get into is Free Solo. If you haven't seen Free Solo, you need to pick up the rock that you live under and go watch it. This documentary that, what did it do? Win the Oscar for Best Doc, I believe. This documentary will have you sweating more than a fat kid in a sauna after a weekend of binging PBRs. It is so nerve-wracking. This guy, Alex Honnold, I think his name was, he made a documentary about him free climbing El Cap in Yosemite National Park. El Cap is I can't remember what it said, 8,000 feet. It's pretty high. And so he's climbed this thing multiple times with ropes to find a way to climb it, like a route. No one's ever done it free climbing. And free climbing is the craziest shit. These guys are just climbing up this marble rock that has different types. It's made out of different types of material. Some of it's granite and slick and it's like flaky. And he's using his fingertips, his toes as grips. This guy probably has, like I said, that Ben Askren has that Olympic grip, Olympic squeeze. No. Alex Honnold, or however you say his name, has the best grip. This guy is hanging on a little ledge that's like the size for you to only be able to grab with your fingertips. And he'll do that and he'll move his whole body over. This guy climbed multiple times trying to figure out the route. So he had a diary that he would write in his diary which route, exactly what move, how to grab it, which foot to move first. It was so in-depth. And it's crazy that he was just photographic memory going the whole ways, remembering what he did, and would climb down. He would climb with ropes to do all that. And he was going to do it one time, and then he started climbing and changed his mind. And then another day, he just went and did it. He had like the Michael Jordan mentality where he was a psychopath. And why I say that is you have to be that kind of psychopath or have that same sort of commitment to do an absolutely insane task like free climb El Cap. It is crazy. What a crazy hobby to have. And that he did that every day. I looked him up. It said he was worth like $2 million. So he's getting sponsors. He probably had he was wearing like free Columbia gear, free North Face. I'm pretty sure they sponsor him and whatnot. But this fool just lives in a van, goes, parks. He has like this little grip, like a pull up thing inside his van. It's not really a bar, but it's like you use just your fingertips, wide grip, narrow grip. And he just does that every day, gets out, goes and climbs. And then there's this part where they were climbing up the El Cap and they come across these other climbers that were in a tent, and they were like getting out of their tent because they know who Alex Honnold or whatever his name, the El Cap climber, they know who he is. So they were getting out of this tent. One guy is wearing this pink unicorn onesie, and another guy is climbing out of this tiny like one person tent. And I was like, ooh, what we got here to a unicorn sucking this dude off at altitude on El Cap. That was the funniest part. It might be the only funny part of Free Solo, but it was gold. And then what I thought was really funny was that he had this girlfriend in there, and she just met him online. She was kind of just like a fan and ended up being his girlfriend. But they would pan off to her, and they would show her being like scared and kind of not want him to do it. And I was just like, what do you expect, girl? You started dating some guy. He would break up with you instead to climb a rock. Like if it was between you and some badass fucking rock wall to choose, he would choose the rock wall. He's that kind of crazy and driven to just climb. And she would like say, I really would want him to stop, but then you pan off to him and there's nothing stopping him really. He has that mentality where the rock climbing comes first, everything comes second, and that's the kind of mentality you have to be great at something. So she wasn't going to break that up. And I mean, towards the end, I guess they're happy or whatever, but she just doesn't really have to have a say in what goes on. Because you're climbing this big ass rock from base to summit on the tallest face. And that's where he climbed. It's crazy. It's so scary. If you fall, like you're free climbing, if you fall, that's it. You're absolutely done. I mean, I wouldn't say absolutely, you might survive somehow, but other than that, your body's just going to explode when it hits the ground. You have no room for error. It's insane. It is so insane. Like he's going to have some babies that could climb this shit. They're just going to be mountain goats. He's going to have mountain goat babies. It's crazy in the fact that just one misstep, mishap, you're donezo. You're gone. It's one of those hobbies, rock climbing, free solo climbing. The guys who are in the flying squirrel suits, I'm not sure how 100% correct this is. I just heard this. Every person who invented a new squirrel suit died trying out a new squirrel suit. So, I mean, someone came along and perfected them, made them workable. All the guys who originally started out on creating a new suit all died squirrel suit diving or whatever it's called. And that's crazy too. But shit, I just wanted to let you guys know about Free Solo and that it's a good ass documentary and you should go watch instead of watching, what do you guys watch? The freaking Ranch or all that Big Bang bullshit, all that stupid show. Go watch something interesting. Here's a complete 180 from Free Solo. LeBron leads MJ in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, field goal percent, 3-point field goal percent, true shooting percent, offensive win shares, defensive win shares, and the plus or minus. MJ leads LeBron in championships, finals, MVP, scoring titles, all defensive teams, D player of the year. You can go look at the numbers yourself. LeBron just has the stats, but MJ has the accolades, you know, and MJ was a killer, man. I love LeBron. I think he's amazing. I think he bitches a lot. I don't think I've ever seen him bitch more than I have this year. But that goes with every player. I'm so sick of every play. Draymond Green, every play, someone bitching at the refs. Like, dude, we saw you freaking foul that guy, dude. Just stop. It's so annoying. And LeBron I feel like he's getting less calls now. But that might be just might be me. But there's no debate on who's better, LeBron or MJ. Like, yeah, you have the stats from LeBron, but I really think that if you're a good enough player and you could go play on some shitty team and just never care about winning a championship, you could stay there at that team and just rack up your stats. Like, if they'll keep you and if they're a franchise that doesn't really win or something, you could go there. I'm sure, like, if the KD went to, where can he go? Like, the Hornets? No, it would have to be, I don't know. The Cavs are that bad. A really shit team, the Suns, and just put up numbers there. You could get on some top 3 lists. That's why if LeBron was on a shitty team, he would just stat pad, and that's what he does. But when it comes down to MJ, is just not going to regurgitate all the fucking facts. Never went, never lost, never been to a game 7, never lost the finals. You already know LeBron's finals record. I still take MJ today over LeBron. And there's no more debate. He might be able to, he'll beat all his records, like the statistical records that Jordan has, and LeBron's gonna chase. All the stats. He's never gonna catch up champion wise. LeBron plays absolutely no defense anymore, and that's why I think this Laker team was so bad. Besides all the young players just acting like a bunch of bitches, dude. These guys are all getting the same. They're all getting paid every payday, the same amount. But yet they want to play like shit or talk about how they were on the trade block. Man, don't worry about that. You're still getting paid the same. If you get traded, man. Like, I've never seen so many like all the younger players that are ballers just acting like babies, dude. There's so much money to go around in the NBA. You're gonna get your money, but man, let's do something first, huh? Let's just not complain every time. But LeBron plays absolutely no defense. That play where Kyle Kuzma pushed him in the back to close out on the 3-pointer, and LeBron looked at him like, don't ever do that again. Like, shut up, fool, dude. You need to lead by example. Tell me in what profession you could have your manager or your lead worker say, just go to work, fucking not do anything, and then his crew members are going to see that, and then they're going to be like, well, if he's not doing it, I'm not going to do him, or I'm not going to have any respect for him. That's exactly what's happening here. LeBron plays absolutely no defense. Maybe he'll play like he played on Drew Holiday for that last minute, kind of beat him down. But LeBron is so bad on defense. And this same age, Jordan had a Defensive Player of the Year at 34. Although LeBron James, like real truthers, I think he's better than MJ. You probably just like his body more. You just think he's more athletic or something. But Jordan was a freak, mentally, physically. Bad guy to be around. No one really wanted to hang out with Jordan. Jordan was a dick. But that's what comes from those kind of great athletes. They don't know what's going on besides trying to improve at that given skill. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. And then another thing about these Lakers, like Rondo sitting on the other side of the court. This is no surprise. This happens everywhere Rondo goes. Where's Boston, Dallas. I think he was in Sacramento, maybe. Same shit. Chicago, same exact shit. Goes in there, wrecks the locker room, comes out like, this is not a surprise. All these Michael Beasley, Rondo, Caldwell Pope, like JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, all these guys are on 1-year deals. They're essentially trying out for the Lakers. So when they sit there and say like they have some clout, like they can talk or something on the Lakers team, you guys couldn't make it anywhere else. And you come on the Lakers and try to act like you guys are big ballers, but you guys are all essentially trying out for the Lakers. So if you guys were involved in trade talks, like, yeah, we're going to use you as trade bait. We got you for a 1 year. If we could trade you, that's what we're going to do. Like, I don't know. Like, don't be so surprised about it. So I'm glad the Lakers are not going to the playoffs. They need to just absolutely lose every single game. LeBron's going to drop 30 for the rest of the season. He's not going to play every game from here on out. And just pad those stats, baby. Pad those stats. LA, I don't know who's going to go to LA. I'm glad they're in turmoil. I love how LeBron talks about how these players need to focus on everything basketball. And basketball is bigger than that. You need to be thinking about basketball outside of basketball. But come on, LeBron. If you went to Philly, you could have went to so many other places that wanted you besides LA. And you go to LA and then you're producing all these shows, HBO shows, The Shop, Space Jam. I could see that you're doing that you went to LA to do all that stuff besides basketball. And then I see how you're performing on the basketball court. I mean, he was injured, but when I see him performing, and then I'm not surprised his teammates are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like they're not with that. Because that's some bullshit. That's not being a leader. And then just calling your guys out. I don't think so. So like he could have went to Philly. If he was on Philly, they'd be the favorites. They'd be the favorites to win. Pretty much any team besides the Lakers. So I don't know who's surprised. I didn't ever think the Lakers were going to be a 4 seed because I don't think Lonzo Ball is good. And like all those other multimedias want to talk about how Lonzo Ball is just this missing link. Like once he comes back, once he's not playing, he's gone. They're going to get rid of him. They're going to get rid of him this summer. They don't want that bullshit on there. I don't know. I hope that this stays for the Lakers. And if LeBron doesn't go to another finals, I don't care, dude. You went to the Lakers. I will never get down with the Lakers. Absolutely not. Fuck the Lakers. For the Lakers to make the playoffs, LeBron James had to not get injured, or even when he came back from his injury, he had to go James Harden. That was, and he couldn't. I think he could have. He just didn't want to. And that team was just so effing bad. Speaking of James Harden could go scoreless the rest of the season and still average 28.6 points, but still freaking chokes in the playoffs. I don't understand what happens. He is so good offensively, travels, but you can't guard him. That's his signature move. They ain't calling that shit. He had found a little hack in the system, and Harden is going off. All you could hope for is CP3 staying healthy, but I still don't see them beating the Warriors. That'd be a good. I want to see that matchup. That's a good ass matchup. But damn, I wish the Rockets still had Lou Williams, offensive god Lou Williams, Sweet Lou, walking bucket. Sweet Lou scores on and off the court. But I'm pretty sure he has like 2 girlfriends or 2 wives or something like that. So that's off the court. On the court, this guy don't start, still give you 20. What doesn't matter? Come off the bench, just light him up. Not really. He's not there for defense. That's for sure. But in the last 3 seasons, in 2016, he played for the Lakers and the Rockets. So the last 3 seasons, he averaged a total of 27.3 minutes a game total. And in 18, he dropped 22 points a game. Right now, he's averaging 20 points a game. And 2016, he was 18 with the Lakers, 14 when he got traded to the Rockets. Who's a better scorer, Lou Williams or James Harden? Because I've seen James Harden go in funks. I've seen Lou Williams go in funks. But Sweet Lou is just, whatever, man. Anywhere on the court, I'll put the ball in the hoop. Lou Williams, I don't know how he doesn't get 6th man every single year. He's going to be in the league because he's in his 30s already, early 30s. But he's going to be in the league as long as Jamal Crawford. Or you just be like, fuck it, I'm done with basketball. He's that kind of player. Love Lou Williams. And I also love the goon, the new NBA goon, Nurk. That's exactly what Portland needs. Kind of erratic at the end of these last few games. At the end of the game, he's fouling, losing his temper. But like that OKC game when Paul George elbowed him in the head, that was a flagrant 100%. He elbowed him on purpose, and then Nurk on the other end pushed Paul George on his face, headbutt. It was that. Oh my God, Nurk headbutt him. Get out of here. That is a love tap. They ain't no shit, man. I love that Nurk did that. Nurk had to do that. You can't get punked by Paul George, man. You're the center of this team. Blazers need someone dirty to do this kind of dirty work. And I love that Nurk is doing it. Every game someone's getting into it with Nurk. Nurk getting in their heads every single game. Exactly what Portland needs. And Nurk needs to keep that up because they're absolutely going to need it in the playoffs. You got to get in their heads. I think Nurk might be the most hated player in the NBA right now. Every game, I'm telling you, every single game, someone's getting into shit with him. So, Nurk, need you to step it up. Big win. I don't really care about the Pelicans Blazer game that happened last night because no AD, you have to win that game. Playoffs are coming. You lose that game, you're not getting ready for the playoffs. But I like the Clippers game. That Clippers game, I thought Jake Slayman looked a little overwhelmed, but still balled towards the end. He had some good plays. Dame killing. Dame's got to kill. Nurk was gooning again against the Clippers, man. And I love it. Harrell is an absolute tank. That guy is so good. He'll be a starter. He'll be a starter as soon as his contract is up. That 6-man gold squad. I don't think you want to play the Clippers in the playoffs. First round, you get the Clippers, no easy match. I don't think that the Clippers can score really unless you get a hot night out of like Lou Williams. But, I mean, they'll D down. They'll play hard. The Clippers are like the ultimate 8-seed team. Not really any stars. Doc Rivers has his hitman, Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly is their hitman. And one day you get back to it after this next point. But that Clippers, that's going to be a tough matchup for anybody. CJ was in his tool bag. He was crossover dribble, get in the middle, stop on a dime, double move on Sweet Lou, taking to the rack and one, pulling up for a three. But he had like 18 straight points in the fourth quarter. That game was pretty close. The whole game until CJ went off in the fourth. Then the Blazers pulled away. But until then, it was like 2-point lead, 3-point lead, tie, 1-point lead, and CJ carried them, which is surprising because I haven't really seen CJ carry the Blazers like that late season. There was that game against Boston when Boston was just kind of swindling. They were on that losing streak where Dame took over, had like 30 points. Well, that game, CJ did absolutely jack shit in the fourth quarter. He was shooting bricks, hesitant with the ball, wasn't dribbling, but Dame took over. But this last game against the Clippers, that is what you need from CJ every game. CJ's tool bag of moves he could do is vast. He can do a lot, and we're absolutely going to need that if Portland wants to get anywhere in the playoffs. And when this team is hitting on all cylinders, they're a good-ass team. Everyone has the ball. But that's the playoffs. You're not going – if your whole team is a ball, you're not going anywhere. This has been a squad. This squad has been together for a while, man. They need to start stringing together some wins in the playoffs. Get it together, Portland. Back to Pat Beverly. That game that I'm not sure. I can't remember what the Bulls head coach is right now, but him and Doc Rivers were bitching at each other mid-court during the game, and they both got ejected. The Bulls coach was so fired up. Doc Rivers was like, what the fuck is going on? Has no idea. Bulls coach was so pumped. He leaves the game. As Doc Rivers was walking out through the tunnel, calls Pat Beverly over there, like talking all secretive. Pat Beverly is Doc Rivers' hitman. I think that Doc Rivers loves having Pat Beverly on his team. Pat Beverly will get you maybe 2 points. He'll maybe freaking get a fast break layup off a steal. 6 points off steals. He's so bad offensively. Other than that, Pat Beverly is a freaking dog. You see him D up LeBron. LeBron wasn't really doing anything, and Pat Beverly just goes to work. Pat Beverly is a great player. Great defender. Is he better than Tony Allen? I don't know who's better right there. Tony Allen had absolutely no offensive game either. Imagine those two guys in your backcourt. You just have your point guard and your shooting guard. No offense. Absolutely D-down menaces. And then you just get your front court to be the big boys who could score. That'd be an interesting dynamic to play with. Right now, all these games, if both the teams are in the playoffs, in the playoff hunt. Now, I don't even give a shit about the teams in the hunt. But these teams are already seeded, not locked in, just playing for seeding. All the playoff teams, when they're playing each other, these games are like playoff games. They're chippy, they're balling, they're shit talking, and that's what you want to see. A lot of shit talking, especially in Utah. Utah has always had problems with their fans, but I think that happens in most places. There's just some idiots in the crowds like saying stupid shit. Like, I get the shit talking. I don't mind the shit talking, but like the whole Russell Westbrook situation, that guy got his 15 minutes of fame. That like when they interviewed the fan that was getting into it, Russell, and he was like, I just told them I thought he had ice on his knee, so I was like, hey, you should go ice up, son. Bro, you did not say that. Russell Westbrook was saying that the fan was telling him to get on his knees like he used to. So that's when Russell Westbrook, and if you haven't heard it, I could play it for you, or you could just hit up YouTube and I can have it there on my page. I'll probably put it up on my page on YouTube and you can see that. But it's like Russell Westbrook was like, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up and your wife, which he should have said. He was like, I'll fuck you both up on everything I love. On everything I love. And Russell Westbrook was like, hey, that's pretty serious on everything you love. You're not like, Russell Westbrook is always talking shit to fans. Always. But I don't think you'd freak out on someone if someone was like, oh, just ice up. No, that guy was like, ice up. People went and scoured his Twitter after that whole incident and found a bunch of like racist tweets that he had and shit. But he also deleted a bunch of tweets after people already found him. So he knows he's guilty. There's already a lot of stories of players going to Utah and hating playing in Utah. But the guy was also talking the shit. The fan, he was like, oh, but my wife's like 5'2". Don't hurt her. Man, then she should shut the fuck up. If you like, you're talking about you're going to mess her up. Westbrook was like, I was never going to do anything. We get it. He was all heat of the moment, said he never heard a girl. So nothing ever happened, but the fan tried to play it off like she was like a hardcore victim. And other people were saying that she was talking shit too. So imagine Russell Westbrook went up there, just slaps the shit out of the husband and the wife. Both you want to talk shit, be racist. Hey, 5 fingers in the face, slap both of you, dude. That's what he should have went and done. And so, like, what's this fan getting to? Russell Westbrook's like 6'3", 6'4". You're not doing shit. What if he comes up, the crowd's going to fuck you up? You're not doing anything. So why are you even going to put yourself in that situation? And then, because if Russell Westbrook, you're saying all this stupid shit to Russell Westbrook, racist or whatever you were saying. I don't know what you were yelling. It was only the video of you guys talking back and forth. So whatever you guys was said prior, I don't know what was said prior. But Russell Westbrook goes in the stands and slaps the shit out of both of them. He gets sued. So, like, dude, you're a pussy. This fan, saying this stupid shit. But if anything were to happen, you're playing it off like, oh, man, lawsuit. Like, if you, as a barn burner, you need to get the fuck out of here. You got your 15 minutes now, but you look stupid. You're not getting away with that kind of shit today, and nor should you get away with that kind of bullshit. But yeah, that guy is a terrible person. Going to NFL, I don't understand how embarrassing and irresponsible for all these multimedia, ESPN, Bleacher Report, all the shows on ESPN or Fox. I don't understand the irresponsibility that they have to post the quotes of anonymous scouts. Do you know how stupid that sounds? You can just be like, oh yeah, like they'll have a quote, and under the quote there's their little citation or who said it would be like anonymous GM, anonymous AFC scout. I don't give a fuck. Put your name on it, bro. If you're gonna say that shit, you'd be like, yo, you put me. Why are we looking into anonymous sayings? I'm an anonymous scout or anonymous GM for all you know. I'm not gonna say stupid shit. That one guy, I can't remember his name, whatever, but he was the one that was releasing all the information that an anonymous scout had told him that Kyler Murray was a bad leader, bad intangibles, doesn't study, just ripping him through. And then, it was anonymous and wouldn't release the name. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're going to drag this guy through the mud. Kyler Murray is a baller. I really think that guy, if he wasn't a quarterback, if he would have grown up, like he could have played 5 different positions, offense or defense. Quarterback, running back, slot. You could be a slot wide receiver, cornerback, safety, 100%. That's like 5 different positions he could have played at a high level. He is that kind of athlete. Dude, the NFL is changing so much. And there are some coaches that are starting to pick it up. And then there's a lot of the old school coaches, GMs, that are still trying to rock this old school shit, a.k.a. John Elway. I don't know what the fuck you're doing out in Denver, buddy. But Kyler Murray, it's a new NFL. Make a new offense. Get your shit together. Get re-innovative. get back to the drawing board and create a new scheme to change. This NFL is changing. If you don't change with this times, get the players, you're going to get left in the dust, and you're going to be sitting at the bottom of your division searching for a quarterback every single year. Every single year. You're going to get stuck in purgatory over there. Get with the times, bro. Kyler Murray I think he's going to be a good quarterback with a good offense. I don't know Kyle Kingsbury if the Arizona Cardinals take Kyler. I don't know. That would be interesting because I don't really know, like, how's Cliff Kingsbury going to do in the NFL? Because you're not coaching college kids anymore. It's all different. Your quarterback Kyler Murray's already a megastar, so you're going to have to get with that. And just the NFL changing. Look at the combine. There was Derek White from LSU, all these linebackers, these big boys running 4.5s, running a 4.4 as a linebacker. Woo. That's what I say when it's evolving. Look at the NFL. You have every team has like a power back and that speed back that can catch out of the backfield on those outs, get them out in space. Well, the NFL is like, not anymore. And all these players are just bigger, faster, stronger. They're like, well, we're just going to get faster linebackers. We're going to move these guys to linebacker and now cut off the edge. NFL makes a full circle, dude. They're going to nullify all these running backs with these fast-ass linebackers and just some good players, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for football just ready to start again. It's got a long-ass time. A long-ass time till football starts again. But about Kyler Murray, everyone's like, is he 5'10" or is he 5'9"? Can he fucking play? That's what like we're talking about 1 inch. 1 inch. Dude, with a player like that, it's a given. You're going to have to change your offense. You're going to have to do rollouts. You're going to go out of shotgun. You're going to have to change your offense. So stop being a little girl. Get back to the drawing board. Let's re-innovate, baby. Let's get some new plays, some new schemes, new blocking schemes. Let's go. Don't just sit in this. And if you don't want them, don't take them, dude. Whatever. But if you're talking shit just to drive down Kyler Murray's value so he could fall to you, and if I ever found out I was a player and I found out that this team was talking all this shit just so that they can land me, I'd be like, fuck you guys, dude. I don't even want to be. You guys they're just questioning his character and whatnot. Like, come on, dude. But maybe they're doing it just to see if he can be resilient and get through all that, which I think he can. I like that. He was like, at Oklahoma's pro days, like, I'm not running or measured. I already did that. My numbers are up. You can go look at them. I don't need to do them again. You guys came here. You guys didn't watch me throw. And you gonna throw? You gotta throw a damn good football. So Kyler Murray, I'm excited for this draft, bro. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens. Will Wade. I said in my first episode, Tristan Thompson was the dumbest motherfucker at the moment. The new dummy, Will Wade, LSU men's basketball coach. Dude, this guy is a new stupid. So he got caught on the phone talking about a strong-ass offer that he had offered to a player to come play at LSU. They say it was, I don't remember his first name, but Smart, that's the player. And talking about how there was other players that had the same offer. And this is all the LSU coaches, like FBI wiretap. Why the FBI is in the NCAA wiretapping people is beyond me. That's why if you sit back and don't think that the NCAA is corrupt, you need to put that drink down, buddy. Take those beer goggles off, because NCAA is one of the most corrupt businesses in the world. With that being said, Will Wade, you get caught on the phone offering players, talking about it. Why are you on the phone, dude? You don't have an assistant. Why is the head coach on the phone talking about offering players all this shit? Everyone knows your assistant's got to do it. You got your intern that's making that phone call. The intern has no idea. Why is the head coach? And with that being said, good. I'm glad you got caught. Everybody knows every team is doing this. And if this is a surprise to you, how they're making it a big deal, not just with athletics, but that whole the USC stuff that's just coming out, where all those millionaires were paying people off just so their student could go to USC. why are people surprised? I don't understand. People that have that sort of money and influence and value have been doing this since the beginning of capital, beginning of when there was first money. The rich always got what they wanted. With pay someone off, get what you want. USC was that there was actors and those chicks that were paying millions of dollars for their kids to go to USC, and their kids are like, I don't really care. I'm just here for a college experience. And this chick, they like got people to Photoshop this daughter that her mom paid to get her into USC. They Photoshopped like some rowing pictures so that she was going to be on the row team so she could get academic sponsorship. Like, I don't understand. You just gave me a rower their whole life, but she wasn't actually on the row team. They just had to make it look like she was getting a scholarship or something. But it's hilarious. I just think it's funny that people think that this is just all new. No, man. You're just like the abducted play-size parents if you think that all this shit is just not going on. But Will Wade, you stupid. He's so stupid. If you're going to do that kind of shit, you do not need to be on the phone. You need to get your intern, your assistant on the phone, and you don't even visit them. You only visit them when you want to go to their house or whatnot. But making these offers, you fucked up, and most likely you are going to get in trouble. All these coaches, you know how much money the NCAA is? All these coaches are paying the players, the good ones at least, or I don't know how it works, but they're all getting paid. And if you don't want to pay the players, I don't get how. Because when people will talk about what kind of structure you need to create, what kind of financial plan that you need to create to pay the players, because not everyone's going to get paid the same amount on. Everyone has a different value. But if the United States could figure out a way to invade Venezuela and tell all the people of America that we're going there to get a dictator out and install someone that we wanted and pretty much just fuck Venezuela up for no reason, I'm sure. But then again, come back and try to tell America that we're going to Venezuela for good causes. I'm sure if we could do something like that, there's some smart enough people in the NCAA that could figure out a way to create a financial structure of how these players should get paid. If you have any comments on why players should not get paid, drop it in my email. My email will be a link in the bio. Drop it in the email. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about players getting paid. But they should be getting paid. It's a business. It's not at that level. It's not school. It is an absolute business. Do you think a lot of these players? I'm sorry. There's smart athletes. There's a lot of dumb athletes. If you played sports, you'll understand. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just not good at school. They're good at sports, not good at school, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of those players that get into like Stanford, UCLA, freaking all the big schools that are hard to get into, and they get in when if it wasn't for that sport, they would have absolutely no qualifications to even sniff. Like they shouldn't even waste time trying to get into that school. But because of this, the sport that they play, they're in. That's what they're there for. They're not there if they're at that high level. Maybe when they get there, they can do something. But I don't think that's for the most part. Another news we had, the Irish gangster, Conor McGregor, goes to jail for breaking someone's phone. And the video, he was walking out of the club at like 5 a.m., the club hotel, and you're a dick fan. Like, were you going up and you just trying to get a picture of someone, camera in their face at 5 a.m., probably just hungover as shit? Dude, have some decency, man. You're going to go up, just be rude, like involve yourself in someone's space, and then you get mad that you got your phone broken. Man, shut up. Dude, Conor McGregor went to jail because he broke your phone and stomped on it. Good, dude. I bet he would do it again. Why you trying to friggin' go put your camera in someone's fucking face at 5 a.m. out of a club? Dude, Conor was like, get that camera out of my face, bro. I don't think anyone in that situation leaving a club at 5 in the morning would want camera in their face. Think about it, dude. I think about it. You're being a shitty person. Fuck you. That's all there is to it. That reminds me of, there's this video on YouTube of, if you know that singer Sugar Ray, there's videos of him on YouTube. Like Sugar Ray is like the guy who got famous and just the douchebag of douchebags, just mega douche. He just walks through with like this little entourage, and someone, like, he was walking by with this crowd of people, like taking pictures of him and shit, and somebody was like, "Oh, hey, Sugar Gay." And Sugar Ray was like, "Sugar Gay? Who said that? I'm gonna beat your fucking ass." So he's like looking for this guy that said Sugar Gay, and then he finds him. He's all up in his face, like talking shit, and it is just hilarious. So when I saw the video of Conor McGregor, I was just like, that immediately took me back to the Sugar Gay video. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you need to look it up. I'll probably post that video on my YouTube channel too, because the Sugar Gay video is hilarious. My barn burners. So my three dumb motherfuckers in the last couple of weeks have been David Irving on the Cowboys. You all know what happened. Smoking a blunt on Instagram, that with that $1 million bud. Man, all the power to you. Dummy of the day. Will Wade, you dummy of the day too. Conor, the guy who was heckling Westbrook, you dumbass too. Oh, dude. I think that's all I got for you guys today, man. I want to really get into NFL as soon as free agency is all over. I want to talk about all the teams who got better, who got worse, teams I'm looking forward to seeing, and the draft is coming. I'm excited for the draft. Maybe do a live draft podcast, get on YouTube live going, and I have a lot of good stuff coming out for you. And I appreciate you guys listening. If I got one listener to 100 listens, I'm grateful. I've been wanting to do this podcast for years, but I procrastinated, kind of scared. It's actually, I still get a little nervous when I'm sitting here, especially if I'm doing it myself. But I can tell that I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. And with that being said, I'll have more content for you. The plan is to get multimedia content. We're gonna get more out there. YouTube videos, sound, whatever, man. We're growing, and hopefully you guys are gonna be here to grow with us. And with that being said, I am fucking out of here. Later.